Sorry, I have to make this into more than one video or it will not let me upload it. So, like I was saying, this shows that I'm about to talk about the mom. Now, I've got to give information from my text that shows her personality. So I said, the Wright family lived in poverty. The children were usually starving. Now, I had to include that because if not, then what I'm saying is not going to make sense. I have to let my reader know that they did not have a lot of money. In this story, Ella Wright, Richard's mom, said, jump up and catch a hungry. Okay, so that is from my chart. Now I've got to explain what in the world that shows. I can't just leave that line in there because somebody's going to read it and say, you misspelled a word. They're not going to understand what in the world that means. So then I said, this shows that she was trying to get Richard's mind off of how hungry he was. She was being a good mom by trying to make him laugh and forget about things that were out of his control. So guys, all of this is from my head. I didn't say I think or I believe because remember, you're being the expert. We're not using first person pronouns. So after you put in your quote, you're going to say this shows or this reveals or whatever you want to say. And then you're going to tell us what it shows. Then I said Richard's mom did not want Richard to be hungry, but her husband had left and she did not yet have a job. Who brings food into this house? My mother asked. Okay, this again is from my chart. Now, after that quote, I'm going to tell you what it shows. This quote shows the reader that the mom was not the one that provided food and money for the family. Richard's father was the one that did that. Now, that is all one paragraph, and that's just from the speak. So, I'm going to have more than 2 paragraphs because I'm going into more detail, and I want my paper to be the best it can be. Now, I'm going to kind of talk about the thoughts. It's harder to talk about the thoughts of the mom since it's coming from Richard's point of view. But remember, the thoughts is also going to be what she values, what motivates her. And we know what motivates her is providing for her children. She values hard work because she's a hard worker. We can tell that. And she also doesn't want Richard to, she doesn't baby him. She wants him to be able to stand up for himself. So then I went to a different paragraph, so I pressed return undented. Later on in the story, Ella Wright tells her children that they no longer have a father and they are going to have to start taking care of themselves. When she returned from work, she'd be very dispirited and would cry a lot. This is straight from the story. This shows that she was sad and that she wanted to be able to provide for her family. This would have gone in my thoughts because dispirited means like she's sad. And you could put the crying a lot there, or you could have put that even in the action. Then I told you what this shows. She wanted to be able to provide for her family. She was upset that she couldn't. Now, I would continue with all the other information from my chart. You need to switch paragraphs every time you switch thoughts. So really, you might be needing to switch paragraphs every time you go to a new letter. So like your speak might be a paragraph, your T might be a paragraph, your effects on others might be a paragraph, and so on. I'm not concerned with the looks part. In this story, we really don't have any information except that they're African American, and that is not enough for you to include in a paragraph. I told you that I don't want you to make assumptions about these people because we don't know enough. So just kind of get that out of your mind. Don't worry about the looks part. Now, when you're done, you need to check over it. This is a test grade, okay? If you want to send me an email and ask me to look over it to see if it's okay, I'm happy to do that as long as you don't wait until 10 o'clock when I'm already asleep. So then when I want to turn it in, I can do one of 2 ways. I can press share. I can press get shareable link. I'm going to press this, more. I'm going to press on anyone with link, save. Then I'm going to copy the link. Then I'm going to go back to my Canvas assignment and I can submit it with a link, or you can just go through your Google Drive. If you guys have any questions, please send me an email. I know I'm not there, and you know I hate being there. It literally breaks my heart. But I will be able to check my email if you have any questions. I hope this helps you a little bit. And I know you're going to do a great job. Please check over it. I'm obviously going to be counting off for grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, all of those sorts of things. Make sure that it is in MLA format. Times New Roman or Cambria, 12-point font, double space. Remember, if you need to know how to double space, format, line spacing, double. Email me if you have any questions. Love you, miss you. Have a good day.